Those of us that love the Clone Wars and love collecting Hot Toys clones are eating well, because Hot Toys just announced the 212th Attack Battalion Clone Trooper, and I'm excited to take a look at it. But real quick, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell to be notified when new content goes live. Now, let's get into it. So there's going to be two versions of this Clone Trooper. There's going to be the Collector's Edition and the Deluxe Edition. For me, honestly, when I saw the announcement and I checked Sideshow, I already locked in the Deluxe version because, yeah, I need this one. You'll see why as we get deeper into the video, but man, I'm excited. I love the 212s because I really love their color scheme. It's kind of like a orangish, yellowish, more orangish because you guys know that's my favorite color type of clone, and I just love that look. So let's look at all these images, and yes, that Clone Commander Cody right there, I already own him, so he's gonna look great with this new trooper. But right here, also got Clone Commander Cody, and you can see this trooper, he gets a space mortar. If you saw my artillery stormtrooper video, the like mustard trooper back with the actual Mandalorian release on my channel, if you saw that one, you know I kind of hated that figure, and the mortar kind of stunk. This literally just looks like a repaint of that mortar, so that's a little unfortunate, but I will say it will kind of look cool as kind of set dressing in the Clone Wars display. But also the fact that you can clip on his back like this is also awesome. So this Clone Trooper, kind of like the Wolfpack one as well, is really good for, I believe, like trooper, what do they call it? Like clone building, army building. There we go. There's a term I was looking for. Really good for army building because there's a lot of different looks. So you can see here, you can have the phase 1 look. And of course, Commander Cody, the new one that I have, has the phase 1 and phase 2 helmets, which is awesome. I'm currently rocking them with the phase 2 because basically every clone I have is going to be in the phase 2 armor. So pretty nice. I really love that that's included. But yeah, phase 1 armor for this one. And then also the phase 2. And you can see have some other attachments like the visor. You don't have to have the visor on them, but if you want, you get it. And yeah, I love that big Gatling gun. It looks so cool. And you can see this armor on the trooper. It's super damaged. You got like scuffs and scrapes and everything all over. Kind of like the Commander Cody. He was messed up looking as well. So I am so happy they did that. I did order from Pop Culture the General Grievous. The General Grievous I ordered from Pop Culture, so I have no clue when I'm going to get that. But these clone troopers with like Obi-Wan, especially when the episode 3, the new one comes out, like doing a cool pose with Obi-Wan, General Grievous, and then a couple like 212s, Commander Cody, and even the airborne trooper that I'm getting, like doing a cool pose like Dill Diorama saying with that is going to look so cool. I really hope some people do that because that would just look awesome. And then here, yeah, I know that space mortar and me, we have a rough history because it gave me so much grief in my video of that old artillery stormtrooper from The Mandalorian. But here, maybe it's okay. And this is kind of annoying me a little because you see how he's kneeling down right now? I could not pull off a kneeling pose with the artillery trooper to save my life. So maybe this one's a little better. Really hoping so, articulation wise. Maybe you can move the armor a bit more. But maybe I was just really inexperienced at posing back then. But man, that trooper gave me so much grief. But this one, it looks a lot better. Plus it's a clone. And I prefer the clones to the stormtroopers. So if you're mad about that, apologies, not really. But yeah, he looks great. You get like the binoculars as well. They're red. Would have been cool if they're orange, but you know, I guess it's accurate. But man, I'm really excited right now. Like, look at this as well. You see that airborne trooper in the back? I have him locked in. He was on a payment plan, so he's not in yet. But you guys know when he comes in, you're going to see him on the channel. So I have him locked in. Already own the Commander Cody, and then now I just locked this guy in. So yeah, I'm going to have 3 of the 212 troopers, but yeah, basically, I'm kind of glad I skipped the Wolfpack one because if I do want multiples, this will be the one that I want because I love that color scheme. But basically, just looking at these images, I'm just really impressed. This trooper is going to end up looking really cool. And then here you can see he gets the sandy base, which is actually, I kind of like it just because it also matches with my Commander Cody's base. So I'll take it. It doesn't have the footprints or anything, so we'll let it slide because of that. But yeah, look at this. So you can have like the standard issue looking clone. And then here on the right, he has the visor. Of course, the big Gatling gun over here. He has like the longer, I believe it's the D15 something like that. And then the space mortar in the back. Space mortar, every time I see him, like, ugh. But it's okay. It comes with the deluxe version, so you don't have to get it technically. I feel like if you're going to army build, get 1 deluxe And then the rest, whatever else you get, just get the standard. Although for this one, maybe you just need one of each if you're going to army build, or just one deluxe, which right now I'm going to stick to just one deluxe, maybe on a Black Friday or something if he's still in stock. But Hot Toys, they've been selling out a lot faster than they used to. But yeah, here on the left, he's blasting some scorpions or something. Yeah, I don't know, maybe some space scorpions. And here on the right, he just looks great. The phase 1 helmet. Oh, I love that helmet. It looks really, really good. And then here, you know, he's also aiming blast into the floor. And here on the right, yeah, he's got some binoculars looking pretty awesome. And then here, yeah, I just gotta say, this trooper, man, I'm really curious what you guys have to say in the comments, because just staring at this, because episode 3 is my favorite, and that's where I believe that's where we first see the 212th, right? Right, that's the story I'm gonna go with, because episode 3 is where we first started seeing clones with like their different color schemes and awesome stuff like that. So seeing the orange ones when I was younger, I was like, ooh, orange clones, that's awesome. So you know, I'm gonna get this one. But yeah, this right here, that's what I was waiting for this image to pop back up, because I'm gonna get him, gonna get Commander Cody, and have the airborne trooper. The one thing I will say though, just looking at this image, maybe it's the lighting, but he looks a bit brighter, like the white color on him, than of course Commander Cody and the airborne trooper. So yeah, I'm curious to get him in to actually compare their colors, because maybe he's a little brighter and maybe they're a little darker. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. So that's definitely something I want to keep an eye on. And then here, we'll just show the price real quick. So basically the standard is going to be $225. I got to be honest with you guys, that is like a really good deal. So army building wise, that's kind of awesome. $225. I know it's still pricey, but I'm surprised it didn't go for like $250 or something like that. And then the deluxe $270, not even $280. This is some really good pricing from Hot Toys, in my opinion. Of course, still expensive. Would be nice if they're cheaper, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Is that a good deal for these ones? I kind of think so, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let's definitely talk about that. Then here on the right, he's just speaking to the airborne trooper. Another pose I can do because I'm so excited to get that airborne trooper in. I love that look. But basically now you can see you have magnetically attached thermal detonators and utility pouches. So dang, you can customize the heck out of him. You can have him plain on the back. You can have him with this little backpack looking thing. And you can have him with like the thermal detonators and little backpack thingies. Or these are also thermal detonators. Gotta correct myself. But yeah, I love that. This is just so cool. And then here, 2 display styles for the mortar, space mortar. Okay, we're gonna quickly go through this slide. But yep, you can attach to his back or put on the floor and make him kneel apparently. But yep. And 2 interchangeable helmets. So I love the phase 1, love the phase 2. Probably gonna go with the phase 2 just because that's what I commonly go with for my clones. But man, it'd be cool to have like a bunch in phase 1. And then here you can see everything it comes with. So specifically to the deluxe, you get the phase 2, or you get the phase 1 helmet, you get the visor, and then you also get the space mortar and the big Gatling gun. So like I was saying, you might want to get one that's deluxe, because the only thing that's really worth it, well, if you want phase 1, you definitely need deluxe. The only thing that's like super worth it might be the phase 1 helmet. The visor to me is kind of whatever. Space mortar, yeah, I got beef with that space mortar. And then the Gatling gun is also really cool, but I don't feel like it's 100% necessary. So if you just get standard, which is everything down here, of course, phase 2 helmet, you get the big rifle, the smaller rifle, you get the binoculars, all the back pieces, you get legs. I'd hope so. You get a chest, also hope so. You get a belt. Really hoping that belt is not as loose as the Commander Cody though, because my Commander Cody's belt was super loose and I really hated that. That was one of my gripes with the figure. So hopefully they kind of learned from that and made it a bit tighter. But of course, I have to wait for it to come in. And then the base is sandy, but I kind of like it because it matches the Commander Cody. So yeah, and then hands. Can't forget the hands. Yeah, what do you guys think of this guy? Like I said, I locked him in instantly. Also, I had one of those $20 off coupons on Sideshow, which works on pre-orders, which if you're familiar with that type of coupon, then yeah, not reward points. It's like a coupon they give you for like making an order or receiving an order or something like that. But basically they gave me 20 bucks and I used the promo on him and locked him in. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. But yeah, let's talk about him down in the comments. I love that the fact we're getting so many like Obi-Wan Kenobi figures, or Obi-Wan Kenobi's 212th Attack Battalion. So also seeing this gives me a lot more hope for more 501st figures, like maybe a basic 501st figure or with a deluxe version or something like this for the 212s. That'd be cool. I would pick that up because I have Captain Rex and then ARC Trooper Echo, ARC Trooper 5s. So yeah, I could use a couple more, but yeah, this 212 is really great. I love the actual like orange looking outfit. I love everything it comes with, and I locked it in. So let's talk about it down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. And of course, subscribe if you enjoy stuff like this. And as always, a special shout out to the channel members. I look forward to talking to you guys again very soon. But until next time, stay 6 scale.